Hey everybody, this is Ken, and this is part 2 of my Def Leppard 12-inch vinyl collection. Thank you for checking out part 1 of the video. If you haven't seen it, maybe you just want to go back real quick and check that out. Started with 1978-79, goes all the way through to 1995 and the release of Vault, Def Leppard Greatest Hits. But we're going to start part 2 with Slang, 1996. I did a video several years ago for one of the anniversaries of Slang. There's not a ton of vinyl that came out, but I did showcase a whole bunch of cool stuff in my collection. Magazines, books, t-shirts. So if you're a big fan of Slang like I am, go back and check out my video on the Slang anniversary. And let's start with the 1996 original pressing of Slang. You'll notice that I do have all 5 guys autographed on this. Was super lucky to meet them at Colorado Springs World Arena on the Euphoria tour in '99. So super excited to get the full band autograph on my Slang record. There is a re-release of Slang that's a 2 LP version that came out not too long ago. And you'll see the breakdown of the tracks for the 2 LP version. Kind of a cool insert here, all the photos. The only other Slang release that I have, actually I just got this a couple months ago, popped up on my Facebook feed, and it is a limited edition splatter vinyl, Hit and Run, the legendary Montreal broadcast. So it looks like somebody took this from a radio broadcast, pressed it up on vinyl. It is a 10-track version of this show, so not a complete show. But I find it really interesting that no songs from the actual Slang album made it to this LP. Another Hit and Run, Animal, Hysteria, Heartbreak, Miss Una Heartbeat, Photograph, Armageddon, It's Sugar, Let's Get Rocked, and Rock of Ages. Nothing from Slang, but that's okay. It's kind of a cool release, still sealed. That's it for Slang. Now we're going to take a look at Euphoria, 1999. 1999, Euphoria. This is all I have in my entire collection from Euphoria is this tour shirt. Not entirely true, but when Leppard released Euphoria in 1999, it did not come out on vinyl. So really the only thing you could do is wait and wait and wait, and finally when they released Collector's Edition box set number 2, we got Euphoria on vinyl, we got X, Sparkle Lounge, etc. So here is the kind of a re-release, if you will. This did not come out at the time of the original release, but we do have Euphoria on vinyl. Still have a sealed copy, and I've got the copy that's in the box set as well. Now, if you're a hardcore Leppard fan and maybe a collector like me, you may have noticed that the font at the bottom that says Euphoria is a different font than the one that's on the actual CD release. I don't know if I'm the only one that's picked up on that. Maybe it's my OCD, probably. But yeah, I just can't quite figure out why somebody would kind of use a different font. Maybe they didn't, I don't know. If you have any answers, leave it in the comments. I have no idea why the font is different on that Euphoria. All right, 1999 sees the guys in Tokyo. There's a killer show, I'm sure it's on YouTube. Euphoria tour, the set list is insane. 1999 Tokyo, somebody has extracted that show and put it out on 2 different vinyl releases. I only have volume 1. Tokyo 1999, and if anybody wants to send me a copy of volume 2, I'm sure I'll get around to it at some point. But my wife got me this as a birthday gift, and I told her I wanted volume 1 and volume 2, and she's like, "Oh, get you volume 1, you get volume 2 on your own." So here we are with the remainder of releases from Euphoria. Into the 2000s we go with Def Leppard's 10th album, X. Or 10, if you prefer to call it 10, you're not incorrect. I think the original artwork was like a Roman numeral X, and the working title was 10, because it was going to be their 10th release. At the last minute, the artwork got changed to just a big painted X, and all the fans call it X, but you can call it whatever you want. I'm sure Joe still calls it 10. Next up, we have Sparkle Lounge. This is also part of the Collector's Edition box set. I don't have Yeah on vinyl. I have it as part of the box set. I don't have an actual second copy, if you will. So if anybody wants to send me an early St. Patrick's Day present, that would be awesome. Next up is the 2 LP Def Leppard release. Spread out over 2 records. And I don't know if this is the very first, but one of the first Record Store Day releases the band ever did is the 2 LP picture disc version of Def Leppard. A little bit different back cover. Excellent inside cover. And the picture discs look a little like this and like this. So yeah, that's it for the Def Leppard release. I want to say this next one is also a Record Store Day release. Abbey Road. This is kind of a 12-inch single, if you will. It's got Come On, Come On, Rock On side 1, and Rocket on side 2, recorded live at Abbey Road Studios, and I've got a second copy as well. And then we'll finish up this segment with Mirrorball. This is a Walmart exclusive clear vinyl. And this is the live album compilation Mirrorball, Live and More. The story so far, the best of Def Leppard. Multiple releases for this greatest hits compilation. I think their third greatest hits / best of in their catalog. This is a 2 LP version. If you went to Target, you got an exclusive 2 LP translucent yellow and translucent orange version from Target. The story so far. Literally just went to Barnes & Noble a couple weeks ago. I had no idea that they have a purple vinyl version of the story so far. And then for Record Store Day, there is Volume 2 of the story so far. Completely different track listing. I think this was another Record Store Day. You'll notice a theme as we move forward. Leppard have been very active with Record Store Day over the last decade, so super happy. Yeah, Record Store Days right there on the... Oops, I can't see it. There we go. All right, another Record Store Day release. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony. They took Leppard's entire live set, Hysteria, Rock of Ages, Pour Some Sugar on Me, Photograph, and All the Young Dudes. Recorded live at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Record Store Day only. Tried to get 2, they wouldn't let me. Hysteria Live. They had a big box set that came out with all the Hysteria Live stuff, and this was a special vinyl only release of Hysteria Live in its entirety. And then the Vegas portion of that release was Leppard Hits Vegas release. Something very cool, which I think is buried in the back here. I want to say this is a 10-inch version of the acoustic in Vegas. They released their acoustic set from the Vegas show. Let Me Be the One, We Belong, Have You Ever, and Two Steps Behind as kind of a standalone acoustic in Vegas. Very cool. Love this quite a bit. And I think just a second unsealed copy of Def Leppard Hits Vegas live at Planet Hollywood. 2022 Diamond Star Halos. Love this record. Excellent work from the boys. And they really did some cool pre-promotion on this for pre-orders, offering up some autographed inserts. I was lucky enough to get one. So another full set of autographs. And the tarot card on the back side. This is the kind of the standard black vinyl version. And the second version is a clear vinyl, still unopened, but this is the variation clear vinyl on Diamond Star Halos. Target offered up the yellow and red translucent and tarot card lithograph. So this is the full color version. If you notice, standard version black and white and full color, which was cool. I like them both. I do have a preference for the black and white, but here's the Target version. Same track listing. And if I can make my way to the final release from Diamond Star Halos, haven't even opened this one, but it is the picture disc version, 2 LP picture disc. Drastic Symphonies with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra. This is the standard black vinyl edition, 2 LPs. And they did sign some certificates of authenticity inside of the picture disc version. So we do have the picture disc version of Drastic Symphonies, and inside is the certificate of authenticity. If you were in Sheffield on May 19th, 2023, chances are you were at the Leadmill checking out Def Leppard perform live, and they put this out for Record Store Day. The original release was a Record Store Day only 2LP, and this is on silver vinyl. So you'll see the silver. Do have a second version. You'll see the Record Store Day sticker. But this did so well that they decided to do a general release. So technically this is the most recent release, a limited edition orange vinyl for live at the Leadmill. Okay, before we get to the two most recent vinyl collector's edition box sets, a couple odds and sods for you. We do have a Leppard Mania tribute to Def Leppard on vinyl. Features the likes of Steve Whiteman from Kix, Janie Lane, late of Warrant, Kevin Dubrow, late of Quiet Riot, etc. So cool track listing. This is available on CD as well, but this is a pink vinyl. The Many Faces of Def Leppard. If you go to your local Walmart, I'm pretty sure they still have this compact disc for $5. And there's some really cool stuff on it, so check it out. It's called The Many Faces of Def Leppard. No original Def Leppard music on this. Some of the early stuff, some stuff featuring Pete Willis. Just a big mishmash. It's called The Many Faces of Def Leppard. And then Phil Collins' side project did have a couple vinyl releases. The first Delta Deep record, which is fantastic if you're into heavy rock / blues. Debbie Blackwell Cook on lead vocals. And then the East Coast Live Delta Deep release. Excellent work from these guys. Would love to see a new release at some point soon. Collector's Box Set Volume 2. All the way from Adrenalize through Rarities Volume 2. Again, this is available on CD, but we do have Adrenalize, Retroactive, Slang, Euphoria with the wrong font, Rarities Volume 2, and Rarities Volume 3. If you don't have it, go get it. Volume Collection number 3. We are patiently waiting for Volume 4, Joe, but in the meantime, we'll recap Volume 3 with X/10. This is a single LP version. This is Yeah, my lone copy of Yeah on vinyl. Nice insert. Songs from the Sparkle Lounge single LP version. And we get into the B-sides with B-sides, Def Leppard B-sides, 2 LP version. This is called Yeah 2. This is a ton of the covers that they've released throughout their entire career. Most notably is Phil Collins' version of Roxanne by The Police. That was unavailable anywhere else except for this version with the box set, so clearing out the vaults, appreciate it. And then Yeah Live. Live versions going all the way back to like Elected from Hysteria, Action, a whole bunch of other live stuff. Volume 3. If you don't got it, go get it. 2025, we are present day. Thank you for going through my entire 12-inch Def Leppard vinyl collection from the early days to present day. Hopefully 2025 is a big year in the world of the Leps. Would love to see a Record Store Day release in a couple months, maybe a residency, maybe collector's edition vinyl box set number 4, and who knows, maybe by the end of the year, another new Def Leppard studio album. For all you collectors out there, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Would love to chat with you. Be happy to get right back to you. And again, thanks for checking out the video. My name is Ken. We'll see you next time.